basketball head coach, Jamie Pewinski. And, Coach, could you just give us an overview of the past few games for the Cardinals?
Yeah, I think, last week we played Purdue Northwest and Grand Valley. And then, against Purdue, I thought, we had really good spurts where we were aggressive and, we're able to get a good lead. And then we would kind of slow down a little bit and let them make a run. And, again, as a young team, it tends to be when we're making shots, we play a little harder. And when we're not, we struggle defensively as well. So it was good to see us bounce back in the second half when Purdue made a run against us after we'd been up big and cut it down to again go back up. So that game, sure, we're really excited we won it, but I thought we took a lot of good things out of there as far as being able to stop a run and create another one of our own. And then against Grand Valley, going on the road, I thought we competed, played with a lot of effort and probably didn't play tough enough or smart enough to pull out a victory against Grand Valley. But the game was probably a little closer than the score indicated. Right now, it's really just taken one or two runs to get us out of our game, and we're not able to come back from that. So we've got to find a way to really stem the tide, and when another team starts making that run, shut them down a little quicker. And then, last night against Wayne, not sure we really competed very hard after the first quarter. And again, Wayne made a run. You could feel it coming, and we just couldn't do anything about it. So, we're struggling to score, and you're not going to hold many teams, under 60 points in this conference. And right now, we're not even getting to 50. So it's going to be hard for us to win. And I don't think it's a matter of shots being generated. It's a matter of us being confident enough to knock them down. And we've got to find some toughness about us to be able to do that. And at the end of the day, the ball has to go in the basket. We've got to find a way to make that happen.
Coach, you mentioned the youth of this team. Obviously, a ton of freshmen. One of the bright spots that's been this year and as of late, especially last night against a really talented Wayne State team, is Laurel Jam, who redshirted her first year here last year. So maybe just touch on her performance as of late, and
Sure.
maybe how that first year helped her develop into a more well-rounded player.
Yeah, we are young, and Laurel's one of those freshmen, but I think you see a little bit of her experience having been in college for a year. She had a chance to practice daily against some really good players on a team that was really successful, and I think she could see, she's learned a little bit what it takes to be successful. And when those things are missing in this group right now, she's able to recognize a little bit of it and maybe help pick up that slack. And last night she was excellent. Didn't settle for the three-point shot and was able to get to the rim and get the ball off the glass a little bit and score early. She competed really. I thought she competed from the get-go. Got probably our first 3 rebounds or so, which got her into the flow of the game. She had a tough matchup on the defensive end, but she battled as hard as she could and really made them work for their shots. And when we needed a bucket, we were able to go to her. So it was big to see her kind of respond on the road, which is something we probably haven't done, especially our young kids haven't done. So I think she's starting to put those lessons learned from her redshirt season last year into effect. And you can just see a little bit different, growth in her than you've seen in our true freshmen. And I think that is attributed to her year of being redshirt and being around a lot of great players.
And we'll finish off, Coach. We start tomorrow against Davenport here at home at 4:00 p.m. Stretch where we start 4 consecutive home games. What are we looking at in our opponents in the Panthers? I know just looking at their lineup, they look like they're pretty tall. They've got some height and size down low. So what are we looking at in our opponents Saturday?
Yeah, you're looking with Davenport, you're looking at a team that maybe is new to the GLIAC, but the players are not new to playing in big games. A lot of their players have had experience playing big-time tournament games in the NAIA tournament where they competed in the last couple years, and they have a lot of game experience, so they're pretty tough. They're game-tested, and you see a team on film that maybe isn't extremely talented on paper, but they're super tough, and you can tell they're ready to go, and that's why they have 4 straight conference wins. They know they've got to compete. They're completely bought into the system, even though they have a new coach. They're completely bought into what they're supposed to be doing, and you see that. You can see that experience and confidence growing as they, play every single game. And the more film you watch, the better they're becoming. So we're gonna have our hands full and really trying to, stop their inside game because the 6'4" Saginaw kid. is coming along, but they really just try to compete at all levels and take advantage of, if you're smaller, they're going to post you up, and if you're bigger, they're going to bring you out to the perimeter, and they're going to run their offense. They're going to compete on the defensive end in their zone, and they're going to make you work for everything you get. So yes, we're going to have our hands full, and we're going to have to really, at minimum, compete and fulfill our roles, and then hope that somebody else steps up and can do a little bit more from there.